Okay, hello, beautiful divine collective, and thank you so much for joining me today. It's Lena Liaison, your divine psychic, here with a very special message for you, especially if you either in movies or in real life have seen glories. So those are circular rainbows that you can see up in the sky. Typically you do have to have elevation in order to see this phenomenon. So you either have to be like on a mountaintop or a hilltop or up in a plane or a hot air balloon, something like that. But you do see just a perfect circle rainbow, and if you're low enough and like you're in an airplane or something, sometimes you can see the shadow of the plane go like across like that rainbow and like intersect the light, which is awesome. About a year ago, actually, like exactly a year ago, pretty close to that, I was in a plane taking off in the early morning when there was like a lot of like rain and fog, and I saw one of these glories and like the shadow of the airplane going right through it. It was like the coolest thing ever. And like right before that happened, I had like the feeling that I should like record it, and I didn't. And I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish that I had been like recording like the clouds to like be able to like catch on video. That would have been like so cool, but I didn't. But I do have a feeling that this is like a huge, beautiful omen. This is a huge sign for you, that especially if you have recently walked away from something to find more emotional fulfillment in your life and to do things better and to do things that are more fulfilling to you, rather than just like staying up in a competition that doesn't actually serve your best and highest good, but to go within and to find things that are serving you more deeply at this time. I have a feeling that this is definitely a message for you. So let's just go ahead and get out some oracle cards to go ahead and look at your current energy and situation. And I really do think that a lot of good things are coming your way. Like things like 50,000 times, 10,000 times better, 20,000 times better than you could ever imagine are coming your way. And I really love that sensation for you. So let's just go ahead and see. Current situation. Probably a lot of pressure right now, and definitely being up in the head, trying to navigate things at this moment of time, trying to think things through. Perhaps feeling very pressured, especially by your current environment or just current circumstances. Perhaps even feeling very powerless to even the choices that you have or the situation going on. It may feel like everything is it may actually feel like very underwhelming at this time, and as if everything is always laid out in front of you, although it may not be exactly what you want or as thrilling as you would like for it to be. Ooh, we got a lot coming out here. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. It says cast your sacred symbols. Definitely for this next year while Jupiter is in Taurus, and definitely for the new moon of this week, you may want to consider, or just whenever you see this, just consider for the next week being very careful with your words as they are manifesting at this time. So let us continue. Let's continue forward with what is to come your way. What is energy is coming your way, or what energy is currently manifesting in your life coming your way? What energy is currently manifesting in your life and coming your way? What energy is currently manifesting in your life and coming your way, little glory rainbow people? Noble. Service with 22 and number 64, healing through rest. Service and noble. Okay, so definitely, how beautiful. Wow, we have 23, we have 22, 23, and then we have 63, 64. How interesting. I'm seeing a lot of ascension energy. I think things will start falling into place. I think that what you know you deserve and what you know you're giving out to the world, that is going to come back to you. This service without expectation, showing love, showing compassion without expectation, giving yourself healthy boundaries establishing those healthy boundaries within your community and within your friendships, relationships, giving yourself that time of rest, nurturing your body, nurturing your mind, and like unapologetically loving yourself. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so beneficial for you right now. Planting those little seeds of intentions and doing those actions, that's what's going to reap the most reward for you in the future. It's very, like, literally the idea of like manure and very like nutrient soil, like nutritious soil is coming up with this. With this no bull, I really have a feeling that it's you're going to start aligning with the people around you. In the same way that you are honest and you have integrity and you are considerate of others, etc., etc., the same way that you show up for others, I have a feeling that that's going to start to show up for you. I have a feeling that you're not going to be messing with people that don't know what they want or are too scared to ask for it, or just like go around bullshitting and lying to people. Like, I have a feeling that that is over and done with. Okay, I want to see in your 3D reality. Your 3D reality, so that's more like your environment, like your situation over like a timeline, but like your current 3D reality. I just want to see how that's going to like transform from what it currently is to what it's going to be in the future. So can you please show me current energy and future energy? Can you please show me current energy and future energy for this group in their 3D environment and their 3D reality, and how that's going to transform? What is the energy of their current 3D reality? What is the energy of this group's current 3D reality? What is the energy of this rainbow group's current 3D reality? What is the energy of this circular rainbow group's current 3D reality? And what is the energy of their future? And what is the energy of their future? What is the energy of their future? What is the energy of their future? You may have to make a lot of choices and pick the path that you're walking at this time. Whatever you have in the back of your mind, I feel like you have a story from like perhaps even the past like 3 years, or it could even be from like the past like 12 to 15 years. But I feel like you have a story and you want to share the story with people, or you want to elevate yourself in some way. I can see that you can see this reality, and it's almost as if too, like, you know the steps to take. You may have already be taking these steps and just like working on it, or you may be like convincing yourself that you're getting ready to take the next step, or really just kind of like procrastinating on it. But I really do see that it's like whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you have like a little seed or a little inkling within yourself, whatever you're speaking at this moment in time is going to manifest. Be particularly careful with the jokes that you make and the song lyrics that you listen to and sing out at this time, because that shit's gonna manifest. I have a feeling that, or especially what you're seeing in your dreams at this moment in time, especially what you're seeing in your dreams, I have a feeling that's going to manifest something here. A wish is going to come true. Like a wish fulfillment is going to come true. So I think that's why it's calling out to be very, very, very particular and careful with your words, because maybe you don't even necessarily know when this wish fulfillment is going to happen. It doesn't have to be on a shooting star. You might not see the shooting star, but you might be making a wish fulfillment on something else. And that's why it's saying be careful, because whatever the heck you're going to say, it's 10 out of 10 coming to you. It's like, it's coming exactly as it is. Please be careful with what you write and say at this moment. If you have anything that you would like to create or share at this moment in time, it's definitely a good time to start that. Whenever you're seeing this, it's definitely a good thing to do. It's definitely encouraging you to do this, but it's also acknowledging that you may have to fight for it. And by fight for it, I don't mean that it might necessarily be hard, but it's like, it's going to be something that it's like, as soon as you start to do this, you're going to see someone making fun of someone else doing the same thing, or you're going to hear some like snide comments from people about like, oh, you're so stupid for trying to make like your own like clothing boutique, like blah, blah, blah. A clothing boutique is like what you want to do or whatever. And it's like, it's going to challenge you to literally have the strength to go, you know what, like, I take pride in this. They can have their own opinions. I know what I'm doing is fun for me and it's cool, and I know other people are going to enjoy it, so I'm going to just do it anyway. And I have a feeling the more you build that strength and certainty within yourself, it's going to be much easier to let, like, comments like that, like, just kind of, like, roll off your back. I do see that, like, this path, if it is fully committed to, that it will up-level you in some way. It's going to end something that it's like, maybe it's not even necessarily bad, but it's like once you like up-level to the next step, you're gonna be like, actually, maybe it's like a house or something. It's like, actually, I would appreciate a bigger house, so I have like more room in my office for XYZ, or sure, so I have like more options for like hosting people, or like, so I want a bigger dining room or something. And it's going to be something that you're definitely up-leveling and getting more and expansive in a way, but like you're happy to let go of whatever you're letting go of. And it doesn't mean that that's like a bad thing. It just means that you're happy to move on to this next level. Even if you like, you don't necessarily feel ready, it's kind of like, well, you know what to do and you're happy to do it. You're excited to do it. That's very beautiful. That's very beautiful. I have a feeling that there's way more. I mean, I just like feeling the essence of this group. It is like, this is so much more than like just, I mean, even this like reading can apply to like multiple different like parts of your life, like romance, career, family, health, etc. But I'm feeling too that there's so much more with like each person in this group. There's so much depth to each part of your life, of like your relationship with yourself, your spirituality, your career, what you're creating, your hobbies, I mean, your family, how you interact in your community, your friendships, your romantic life, even like your home, and like how you maintain the energy of your home. There's a lot here. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of depth to all of it here. It's very beautiful. I just want to go ahead and see if we can get any signs or omens, any animal omens for this rainbow group. Any additional omens? I mean, definitely the omen of the rainbow. And now, like I was saying, like the wishing upon a star, the things like the fertilizer and manure. I guess if you're doing any gardening, that can be a very like auspicious like sign for you, or just to continue to do activities like that. So let's see what animal omens. Oh my goodness. Let's see what animal omens are coming out for you. I'm just going to take these 3 that landed right here. Oh, it's actually 4. Okay, you guys get a bonus one because you're special. We have the hawk with messenger. We have the goose with inner knowing. That was so funny because I was like, as soon as I started talking about rainbows, I was like, it's going to be a bunch of birds. It's going to be a bunch of flying things. We also have snow leopard with self-reliance. And we also have deer with love. Oh my goodness, the deer also has little birds. The other day I was on like a walking path in the woods, and like this deer was standing right beside the walking path eating, and it like did not move. It did not move at all as I passed it, and it was like completely unbothered. I did get a video of that. But definitely how I was talking about moving out of like the purity of your heart, moving out of love, the self-reliance of, you have to have a strong core of just believing in what you're doing, being completely unapologetic about it. Oh my goodness, cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. You have a lot of spirituality with you right now. You have angels with you right now. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Okay, focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Okay, spurs and belt buckles. Spurs, and obviously like the rowel spurs, the kind that have like that are in a circle and they look pokey. I'm also seeing the sun as like stained glass with like very intricate and like vibrant rays coming out from the side, like almost like psychedelic. What other signs do we have? Aw, if you see like little babies, if you see little babies with like their like parents, or you see like, sometimes I even remember seeing like geese like teaching their babies how to like take off like from the water, or like land on the water. I remember like seeing that, or just like seeing like little babies with like the mommy and daddy animal parent things. Definitely any kind of like wildlife that is just like hanging out next to you, or even seeing videos like this online of just like a wildlife animal, and not necessarily like those like guys that are like Russians and like they're wrestling bears, not like that, but just kind of like you're sitting there maybe eating a sandwich or whatever, like fishing next to like the river, and then all of a sudden like a bear just comes and like sits next to you, something like that. Of just wildlife being very comfortable around you, or even like seeing like signs like that. I mean, like, or even like people like joking, being like, oh my god, you're like a Disney princess, all these animals love you, things like that. That's definitely a good sign. Good things are coming to you, that this message is for you, that that whatever you're putting your intentions into right now are going to like manifest, that this destiny is for you, that this up-leveling is for you. Definitely bigger birds. Definitely, I have a feeling, either groups of small birds or very large birds. Just the larger birds in general being more called out. Aquamarine crystals. Aquamarine crystals. If you have the opportunity and you would like to do it, of like any kind of like working, like doing like a spiritual like ritual with like a group of people, or like a workshop, or doing like a spiritual workshop, or doing like a breath work workshop with people, or working with shamans, you may want to consider taking those opportunities. So that could be like really cathartic and healing for you at this moment in time. Maybe, or even just like if you've been called to returning to your daily meditations and doing things like that, just considering adding that into your morning routine. Even just like 5 to 15 minutes every day can do a lot for you. Your intuition and instinct is on point. Your intuition and instinct is on point. There's a lot here about predator-prey. There's a lot here about predator-prey, feeling like you're prey, but wanting to be like more like a predator, like just so that you have this kind of like more like freedom and autonomy. And it's acknowledging that you can have that freedom and autonomy and liberty and independence, and that you can do that without losing these pure parts of yourself, or without losing these more like angelic parts of yourself. That it's like, in order to have that kind of like financial independence, it doesn't have to come with a sense of like forfeiting your morals and things like that. You can still maintain your morals. There's something here about like an animated short story, like seeing like a short movie or a short story, which is very interesting. Okay, I'm just being called to look at this deck for like a few more signs. I have a feeling there are more signs for you, and I just need the extra cards to help me get these visuals. So let me continue to look for signs for you. Beautiful Glory Circle Rainbow Group. Any more signs for you? The losing of the head, decapitation, opening of the third eye. Lemongrass, definitely the lotus flower. We can also be called into the hibiscus, drinking hibiscus tea, having hibiscus flowers. That's very funny. Wonder Woman for some reason, and also wearing like chunky jewelry, or wearing like costume jewelry, or chunkier costume jewelry, particularly like bangles and necklaces. A hand-painted tapestry. I'm seeing like and it's almost as if like you can tell when you look at it that it was hand-painted or like dyed, and then they like took and like scraped off the dye in order to like make a design on it. Opal, or like opal jewelry. We do have another sign of the bull here. I am seeing bulls, not cows, so seeing a bull. or like longhorn cattle in general. Wearing jewelry at this moment in time, or manifesting with jewelry, and just kind of like, even like if you just like on a sheet of paper write out on your journal, if you just like take a necklace or something and like put it on top of that like journal prompt, and then put that just like in a place where it sits in like moonlight, and then just wear the piece of jewelry for the next day or like the next week, that can be very beneficial to you right now. So there's definitely the idea here of the snake in the tall grass. It should be noted too that although the snake can be indications of like temptation and things like that, or perhaps like ego, that it is also a sign of like rebirth and growth within itself. It is something that is like, we must acknowledge too that we can only grow as deeply or as much as our environment will let us. And sometimes we need to move on to a new environment in order to recreate ourselves, or to be able to expand ourselves and find new parts of ourselves. And it's okay to have that protection of yourself and of your future. It's okay to not jeopardize your future for other people's present comfort. Listen, okay, I don't have any more signs, but this is the last thing of, if you are naturally drifting away from people or friendships, or people are just naturally kind of exiting your life, or you're not naturally exiting their life, especially if this is helping you move towards a more emotionally fulfilling life, that is absolutely supported at this time. It doesn't even mean that that friendship or that relationship has to be completely over and done with. It doesn't mean that you have to burn the bridge. It just means that you're going through different chapters of life right now, and it's like, it's probably going to be a time where there's just more space between the two of you. The word dichotomy is coming up. I'm just saying like a lot of like duality as well. The complementary and like polarizing all at the same time is very interesting. Okay, I'm just going to stop with the signs there. I think that has been enough, and I don't want to overwhelm this message, and I have a feeling that like we've like covered it, but I just want you to like, especially for anything that you felt particularly called for in those signs, please just hold on to that in the back of your mind, or revisit this in the future if you like saw those signs and you'd like to like review it again. But again, I just want you to have these signs in mind of you are on the right path, and also if you see them, that you can further look at the symbology of the current situation that you're in with that sign, with that omen, and find further messages for yourself from spirit there. Please keep in mind your instinct, intuition at this time. You are definitely receiving messages from the universe continuously, and your angels are here to support you on this journey. You are absolutely supported at this time, and you're definitely going to beautiful places. This is a time of ascension, and this is a time for you to claim that ascension for yourself. No one else can claim this ascension and this next level of your life except for you. It is now your duty to ruthlessly claim that for yourself, because you deserve it. You absolutely deserve the most beautiful things that this life has to offer. Okay, thank you so much, beautiful Divine Collective, for joining me today. This has been Lane Liaison, your Divine Psychic. If you enjoyed this reading and you would like more insights on your situation, you can find personal readings on my website, laneliaison.com. We can do medium readings if you'd like to connect to someone who has passed on, or we can do tarot readings and look into all different types of topics of life. We can meet online, you can have a personal recording, or if you're in the Atlanta area, then we can meet in person. Or if you'd like to have like a whole house call, we can set that up as well. There are a lot of options to explore on my website, laneliaison.com. Thank you so much for all your likes and support. I truly appreciate the subscribes, the comments, the likes, the support. It is all so beautiful. I love your energy so much, and it means so much that we are getting out these messages to the Divine Collective and helping everyone ascend into their best and highest good. I am rooting for you, beautiful circle, glory, rainbow group, and I wish you the absolute best. I can see that you are on a beautiful path, and I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see what you come out with. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.